Hi friends, welcome to my channel Plants and Birds. Friends, as we know that importance of every nutrient in the plant body or plant system. Every nutrient has its own importance and own physiological roles in the plant body. Before knowing that, we must know what is the importance of the nutrients. What will happen if adequate nutrients are not given to the plants? Okay. Firstly, we see the causes of the nutrient deficiencies in plants. See, the first cause is the inadequate supply of nutrients by the soil. Soil itself does not supply some nutrients. The soils like sandy soils, because there is more infiltration rate. All the nutrients given is left okay, flooded out. Okay, so that sandy soils are less nutrient givers than clay and loamy soils. Continuous growth of the plant, depletion of nutrients will occur. If you grow a plants on the same land with this continuously without yield gap, then depletion of nutrients occurs. High rainfall areas, when there is a high rainfall, there is a flooding is occurs, which leads to leaching of nutrients, which leads to less availability of nutrients to the plant. Okay, and which also causes a important dangerous phenomena accumulation of heavy nutrients like iron, aluminum, manganese. Iron, manganese are required in very small quantities, but when they are in higher quantities, they causes toxicity, which causes death of the plant also. Okay, availability of soil moisture. Okay, unbalanced application of nutrients. Okay, you must give some balanced nutrients, otherwise the plant cannot take up that nutrients. Okay, next, continuous intensive cultivation of crops. Soil pH plays a very important role in availability of nutrients to the plants. Let us see the about the soil pH now. Okay, solubility and availability of nutrients depend on soil pH. Nitrogen, phosphorus, potassium, calcium, magnesium, sulfur, molybdenum are mainly major nutrients or macronutrients available to plants at neutral pH. So all the horticulture crops are grown in the soil which are suggested to grow in this neutral pH soil. Okay, acidic pH, see, iron, manganese, zinc, copper, aluminum, boron, cobalt, all all the micronutrients are available. Not a single macronutrient is available to the plant. So that acidic pH soils are not suitable for horticulture crops. Alkaline pH, sodium, potassium, sulfur, calcium, magnesium, molybdenum, sodium are available to the plants. But most of the micronutrients and phosphorus is not available to the plant. Okay. Next. Now, what are mobile and immobile nutrient elements in the plant? Okay, mobile nutrient elements are in mobility in nature. They will mobile. When we give to the plant, it will mobile it from older leaves to the upper leaves. So their deficiency occurs in older leaves. Next, what are immobile? They do not mobilize from the older leaves. They will stabilize there itself, because their deficiency occurs in younger leaves. Okay, what are the mobile nutrients? All the NPK, all the primary nutrients, this NPK are known as primary nutrients, are all the mobile nutrients. Magnesium, chlorine, molybdenum are also called known as mobile nutrients. You see that NPK, magnesium, chlorine, molybdenum deficiencies occurs in older leaves itself. No younger leaves exhibit these deficiencies. If you see any of this physiological role disorder in the older leaves, you must think that it is due to NPK or magnesium or chlorine or molybdenum. Next, immobile. Immobile nutrients are nothing but which causes the deficiency disorders and show deficiencies in upper leaves, okay, or younger leaves. See, calcium, sulfur, boron, copper, iron, manganese, zinc exhibit deficiency symptoms on the younger leaves. Okay. This is the position of nutrient deficiency symptoms in plants. See, NPK, magnesium, molybdenum occurs in older leaves, whereas zinc, copper, manganese, iron, sulfur, calcium, boron occurs on younger leaves. Okay. Next, now let us discuss some important nutrient disorders of some specific macro and micronutrients in horticultural crops in detail. Okay, see, this nitrogen deficiency, that is nitrogen deficiency is nothing but is a disorder. Okay, it is a mobile nutrient, so its deficiency occurs in older leaves. It will mobile to the younger leaves, then older leaves show its deficiency. What are the deficiencies? Stunted growth of the plants. Okay, nitrogen is known as for vegetative growth. It is very useful for vegetative growth of the plant. If you if not given it in a suitable absolute suitable quantity, then the stunted growth of the plants is the main disorder it will be caused. Next, poor root development. As I told, vegetative growth comes under root also. Okay. Okay, general yellowing of the plant. Yellowing of the plant occurs. Which leaves? Only older leaves turn into the yellowish color. Okay. Next, phosphorus deficiency. It is also a mobile nutrient deficiency occurs in older leaves. Older leaves exhibit burnt appearance on reddish purple coloration on the leaf. If you can see the upper images, that middle images, that is a fig tree which showing the phosphorus deficiency. See reddish and violet colored on the leaves, on lower leaves. Okay, older leaves. Premature leaf fall occurs. Okay, necrotic areas of okay, leaves, petioles and leaves. Necrosis is nothing but death of tissues or cells occurs. Okay, on areas of the leaves, some leaves as seen in the first image. Okay, leaves, petioles and fruits. Okay, general dwarfing and stunted growth of the plant. Okay, stunted growth and dwarfness is exhibited by the plant. Okay, what are the main roles of phosphorus since rhizome development? It very helpful in rhizome development, root development. One thing must be mainly fixed in your mind is for nitrogen upper vegetative growth, and for phosphorus root growth. Okay, it is very important. Root development occurs through root 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 development occurs through phosphorus only. Okay, cell division, energy metabolism, favor fruit setting and accelerate ripening. These 2 points favors fruit setting. Which nutrients favor fruit setting in the plant is phosphorus. Then which plant is helpful for ripening of the fruits is uh, phosphorus. These two are important points to be known. Okay, next phosphorus deficiency in bronzing in guava. See, in some of them are seen. I think that, see, there is a violet color on the leaves, which is okay. Bronzing is occurs dot. Okay, bronze coloration of older leaves. As I told you, this is mobile show it shows the deficiency disorder on older leaves. General observed during fruiting season. When fruits are setted, then only this bronzing in guava is seen. Okay, this complex zinc and potassium deficiency also causes of this bronzing. Okay, next, potassium deficiency, mobile. Okay, potassium is also a mobile nutrient, so it shows this deficiency disorder on older leaves. Inward curling and shiny spots. Okay, inward curling and shiny spots are appeared means, okay, then it is a disorder of potassium. Marginal chlorosis. This is marginal chlorosis, nothing but margin of the leaf is chlorotic. It means the chlorosis is nothing but loss of chlorophyll. Without chlorophyll, leaf appear like a yellowish color. Okay, marginal necrosis. Necrosis means death of tissues. Okay, where necrosis margin of the leaf is deaded. Okay, leaves show marginal necrosis or scorching, intermittent browning, tip of the midrib bent downward. Okay, when the necrotic midrib become necrotic, then the nutrients will stop, so that it will bent like a downward. Bunches are short, slim, and deformed. When fruit bunches are occurred in banana, the bunches are very short, okay, okay, slim and deformed. Which are some fruits are formed, some fruits are wrongly deformed. Okay, shape and all depends on potassium. Susceptible to biotic and abiotic. If potassium is not sufficient to the plant, then it is very susceptible to biotic. Biotic stresses like pests and diseases, and abiotic stresses like drought, salinity. They are very susceptible. Okay. Next, poor quality in the product produce. Okay, what are the produce we get from the plants? It will be very poor quality. Okay, deformed fruits are formed. Okay, which is not good quality fruits are formed. Okay, next, calcium deficiency. Calcium main deficiency is blossom and root. It is mainly seen in tomato and capsicum, blossom and root. This is mainly a disorder. Okay, physiological disorder. Next, bitter tip in apple, chlorotic of younger leaves. As calcium is immobile, it shows the deficiency on younger leaves. Deficiency disorder on younger leaves. Okay, chlorotic, white of younger leaf, whiting of younger. See, I told you, chlorotic means loss of chlorophyll. Chlorophyll losses means it will turn into the white or yellowish color. Okay, dry death and dying of meristematic tissues, leaf, stem, roots, distortion and malformation of young leaves. See, death and drying, the meristems are died and dried. Okay, then there is no growth of the plant. Meristems are known to as a growth regulators, where oxygen is produced, and it is main for growing of the plant, main part to grow the plant. Okay, malformation of younger leaves. Okay, poor root growth. Okay, there is a root growth is very poor. Okay, when the calcium deficiency is occurred. Next, bitter pit in apple, which is also a calcium deficiency. See, affected part will turn into a like a rotted thing inside the fruit. It will become like a rotted small dark brown sunken pits towards the calyx, and okay, softening and discoloration of tissues of the pulp occurs. Okay, bitter pit of apple. Next, blossom and rot of in tomato, as I told you. Okay, tomato and capsicum are very susceptible to this. Okay, small water soaked regions near blossom end of the fruit is seen. As the fruit grows, these regions sunken and black places appear on blossom end. Calcium deficiency is also causes a spongy tissue in mango, which is a very dangerous disease. Okay, see, we will see about it. See, affected fruits, we can identify that. Non-edible, sore, yellowish, and spongy tissue in the mesocarp. In mesocarp, it will show spongy tissue in mango. It is also a physiological disorder. Affected pulp has high acidity, high starch, low ascorbic acid, vitamin C, and carotenoid pigments, and low sugar content. See, if you see healthy fruit in and affected part, there is a carotenoid pigments is reduced, different color is formed. Okay, high acidity, which causes high acidity there. High starch is accumulated. Okay, vitamin C content is reduced. Okay, which is very common in the variety Alfonso. Alfonso variety is very susceptible to spongy tissue mango, calcium deficiency. Okay, next, magnesium deficiency. Here, some of this is magnesium is a mobile nutrient, as I know, as we know. So it shows the deficiency on older leaves. Okay, is it mobile? It shows its deficiency on older leaves. Yellowish chlorosis means loss of chlorophyll of central zone of lamina. Okay, lamina means central zone. When you take the leaf, its central zone will be appeared that losses the chlorosis. Okay, well, margins and midribs remain green. Margins and midribs remain greenish as shown in the okay image. Green bending around the midrib. Okay, early and premature leaf fall. Okay, premature leaf fall occurs means photosynthesis is reduced, photosynthetates production is reduced, so the plant growth is retarded. Okay, chlorophyll. Magnesium is, as we know, that chloro is a important constituent of chlorophyll. Okay, photosynthesis, COH, carbohydrate metabolism, movement, potassium uptake is done by magnesium. Okay, and antagonism shows by this magnesium. When potassium is given, high potassium, okay, is given, then decrease magnesium. If you give high potassium more than the enough, then it decreases the magnesium absorption to the plant. Okay, if high magnesium is given, then potassium is decreased. That is antagonism. Antagonism it is called. Okay, phosphorus uptake. Magnesium also helps in phosphorus uptake. Next, sulfur deficiency. It is a immobile nutrient. Okay, then its deficiency disorder occur in upper, okay, younger leaves. Okay, this is the main nutrient. Leaves are chlorotic and reddish. This loss of chlorophyll occurs. Reduce in size. Leaves reduce in size. Okay, thickening of secondary veins. You know the secondary veins, I know, I think. Okay, that secondary veins become thicker. Okay, undulation and necrosis of leaf margin. Leaf margins are undulated, means which does not have specific shape. It has up and down, up and down, up and down shapes, and it can become necrotic. That is, death of tissues occur on the margins. Component of, okay, sulfur is a component of amino acid formation of chlorophyll molecule. It helps. Okay, okay, sulfur helps in formation of chlorophyll molecule, where magnesium is a component of chlorophyll molecule. Okay, this is important to be noted to be confused easily. Okay, next, sulfur deficiency. Okay, in tomato seed, upper leaves become yellowish, margins are become, okay, undulated, and necrotic areas can be seen. Okay, these are symptoms in younger leaves. Leaves light green with pale veins. Okay, plants rigid and brittle with thin stems. Okay, next, boron deficiency. See, boron deficiency is also a immobile nutrient, so its deficiency disorder occurs in younger leaves itself. Okay, newly emerged leaves are malformed. See how in banana, how the leaf is formed. Newly emerged leaves with incomplete laminar development, wrinkled leaves. Okay, wrinkled leaves. Then there is no photosynthesis occur. Okay, this is the main disadvantage of boron deficiency. Okay, see, curling and bitterness of leaves. Death of meristematic tissue also occurs due to boron deficiency. Okay, okay, it is also boron helps in carbohydrate and nitrogen metabolism, nutrient uptake, respiration, nucleotide synthesis. Okay, flowering and fruit set is affected because boron, without boron the pollen tube cannot be developed. It is a main thing, so the fruit set is affected. Okay, see, this death of meristematic tissue is a main disorder. Okay, it stops the growth of the plant, as I say. Okay, next deficiency, boron deficiency is bumpy fruits of papaya. In papaya tree, bumpy fruits. See how the fruit is appearing. It is not in a specific shape. It is due to unfertilization or no fertilization occurs. Means this type of why fertilization, without boron there is no scope for fertilization to occur, because no scope for pollen to develop. Okay, bumpy fruits of papaya. Okay, next, boron deficiency is brown out of, okay, potato. Heart root of sugar beet. Okay, heart root of potato is occur due to oxygen deficiency. Brown heart of potato occurs due to boron deficiency. Brown means boron. You keep it on your mind. Okay, this is immobile now. So, okay, brown out of potato, heart root of sugar beet. Next, another boron important disorder in grapes. Okay, viticulture is hen and chicken disorder. Shoot berries, Miller adherence, it is also called. Okay, boron and zinc deficiency together. Okay, presence of numerous small berries in the bench. Bold means high, bigger grapes are there. They are known as an small berries are known as chicks. Okay, due to ineffective fertilization, zinc and boron deficiency. These all three are causes for the hen and chicken disorder in viticulture. Next, Another boron deficiency, water storing apple, water core. Okay, see, fruit were dull in color, water soaked area in the pulp, affected pulp is spongy, accumulation of sorbent-rich solutes, sorbitol-rich solutes. Okay, you must keep in your mind sorbitol. Okay, rich solutes in the interspecies. Susceptible varieties are Jonathan, Red Delicious, Stagnum, Winesap, Granny Smith, Fuji. Okay, see, water core in apple is due to boron deficiency, whereas that calcium deficiency causes, okay, this bitter pit in apple. This is the main disorders to be mentioned in the apple. Okay, in the apple field. Okay, bitter pit in apple is due to calcium, and water soaked apple is due to boron. Okay, next boron deficiency is fruit caking. This is very dangerous, which is occurs in mainly in tropical fruits and vegetables. Tomato, capsicum. Okay, tomato, capsicum, and this water pomegranate. Okay, see, cracking and splitting of fruiting occurs. Vertical and horizontal is there. Okay, horizontal and vertical. This causes very many losses in the fruits. Okay, and vegetable. Varietal susceptibility is very dangerous. We must see that. Fruit caking and pomegranate is shown. Tolerant varieties are Bezana Bose and Cog. These two are important varieties. When we select the pomegranate for plantation, we must select these two varieties before. So we know that if cracks are vertical or horizontal cracks are occurred, then how a person can take that fruits? Okay, market value is dropped to 0%. See, so that we must leave this variety and we must take these two varieties, tolerant varieties, Bedana Bose and Cog. Okay, next, drought and moisture stress also causes this fruit cracking. Okay, next boron deficiency is browning and hollow stem in cauliflower. See, their hollow stem and browning is occurred due to boron deficiency. See how stem occurred on the cauliflower. Leaves dark green, brittle and chlorotic, means loss of chlorophyll occurs. Irregular water soaked. Okay, okay, light to dark brown spots on the stem. Hollowness of stem means there is no tissue in the stem. It is like a hollow. Okay, curds small, bitter, brownish. It will turn into small, bitter and brownish. Without a tissue, how the nutrients are supplied to the curd? Okay, flower of the cauliflower is known as curds. Next, boron deficiency. Okay, in coconut, see, barren nuts. Okay, you can identify this. Okay, barren nuts, button or nut fall in coconut is due to boron deficiency. Yeah, as you know that coconut is a salt loving plant. Okay, nuts with underdeveloped or no kernel, less husk, tightly adhered to kernel. Okay, difficult to remove, cracking of nuts occur. All these are many disorders occur. See how many disorders is nuts with underdeveloped or no kernel, without no kernel also developed, less husk. Okay, highly adhered to kernel, difficult to remove, cracking of nuts. All these occur due to boron deficiency. Okay, boron is a very important nutrient in coconut plantation. Next, iron deficiency. When iron is also immobile. It shows that deficiency disorders on younger leaves. Okay, see, intervenal chlorosis. Intervenal chlorosis means in between the veins there will be chlorosis, means loss of chlorophyll, which turns into white or yellowish color. Okay, general yellowing of younger leaves. Okay, see, as I told, this deficiency disorder occurs on younger leaves. General yellowing of younger leaves. Acute deficiency leaves color changes from yellow to white. Okay, full deficiency means. Okay, what are the important rules of iron then? The electron transport system, it helps in electron transport system. Catalyzes it is a part of enzyme catalyzes and succinic dehydrogenase. Okay, these are two important enzymes in photosynthesis. Okay, next, iron deficiency. Okay, next, iron deficiency, intervenal chlorosis of younger leaves, as I told. Okay, young leaves, how it is turned. See, internal chlorosis you can see in the second image, cucurbits, and lemon also you can see. Okay, Small venal chlorotic regions become green, dieback of twigs, reduced fruitfulness. Okay, if iron helps us in fruitfulness. Okay, if it does not provide sufficient amount of iron, okay, it causes unfruitfulness in the fruit orchards and vegetables. Okay, dieback also occurs due to iron deficiency. Zinc deficiency. Okay, rosette or little leaf is important disorder of zinc. Okay, leaves are smaller and crowded at the top of the pseudostem. Bunchy appearance, like can see how bunchy is banana plant. Okay, stunted growth, increase in leaf length. Leaf length is increased, but growth is retarded. Okay, increase in leaf length to breadth ratio. Area chlorotic and green, alternate chlorotic and green bands. Okay, some area is chlorotic, means loss of chlorophyll. It will turn into yellow or white. In some areas, green bands as normal. Okay, intervenal chlorosis of younger leaves. Okay, zinc deficiency in some of the vegetables, like reduction in leaf size, rosette appearance. Not in banana, no. In many of the plants, it shows like a bunchy, okay, rosette appearance. Okay, in severe cases, affected plants not bear any fruit. See, zinc if it affected means there is no growth of new meristems. Then there is no growth of flowers. There is no production of flowers. Then whole fruits they do not bear any fruit. Okay, it formed become hard and tough. If formed also, it will form very hard and very tough. It is not suitable for marketing. Okay, little leaf of brinjal it is. Okay, brinjal. See how it is caused. Then now can a plant can produce the flowers and fruits. Okay. Next, manganese deficiency. Okay, intervenal chlorosis is an important disorder of manganese. Okay, in citrus and soybean, this intervenal chlorosis can be seen. Okay, symptoms noticed on younger leaves as it is immobile. Okay, leaves are chlorosis are dark green veins. Chlorosis with okay dark green veins. Dark green veins. Veins does not lose chlorophyll, but leaves lamina will lose that chlorophyll. Next, speckled leaves are sugar beet. Okay, younger leaves intervenal chlorosis with dark green veins. Inward curling occurs. Okay, immobile. Okay, this is important of manganese deficiency. See, inward curling is not only in this crop. You can see in see potassium deficiency also causes inward curling and shiny spots. Both shiny spots and inward curling occur means it is due to the potassium deficiency. Otherwise, it is due to manganese. Manganese. Okay, next copper deficiency. Short intervals between leaf emergence. Okay. Okay, early leaf emergence occurs due to the necrosis of younger leaves occurs, leaf margins, defoliation of the plant. Okay. Okay, dropping appearance of the tree of the plant in banana like umbrella shape. Okay, like umbrella shape, it leaves are appear. So defoliation of the plants is the main important deficiency of copper. Okay, it is important constant of photosynthetic enzymes and respiration enzymes, hormone metabolism, cytochrome oxidase enzyme is important constant of cytochrome oxidase, and hormone metabolism. Copper deficiency. Citrus exanthema is important disorder of copper which causes gummosis and scarring in citrus fruits. And yellowing dwarfing is also seen. Chlorotic leaves, reduced growth of plants, twig dieback, stem gummosis, scarring of fruit surface rough. Okay, see how it is rough. It is occurred due to copper deficiency. Okay, this is molybdenum, immobile. Okay, you can see the early stage of the molybdenum deficiency. Okay, middle stage of molybdenum, later stage of molybdenum. Chlorosis, intervenal mottling is occur. Okay, okay. See this purple color developed on the lower region. Okay, in the lamina, but in for potassium or phosphorus, Okay, it will occur along the margins. Okay, this is important to be noted in our mind. Okay, reduce the nitrogen use efficiency. Nitrate reductase enzyme is inactivated. Okay, reduced biological nitrogen fixation by rhizome. Molybdenum is important constituent of nitrogenase enzyme. Nitrogenase nitrate reductase enzyme, which is useful in biological nitrogen fixation. Next, we will now classify these essential nutrients into. There are 17 essential nutrients to be learned. Okay, see, based on relative utilization and absorption by the plant, there are two types: macro and major nutrients and micronutrients. A macronutrients is classified into two types: primary nutrients, nitrogen, phosphorus, and potassium. These are nitrogen, phosphorus, and NPK. These are three are known as the primary nutrients. These three elements are called as fertilizer elements. Okay, many of the fertilizers uses these three elements for their growth and development. Secondary nutrient: calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. Calcium, magnesium, and sulfur. These three are known as secondary nutrients. These are secondarily important to the plant growth. Next, micronutrients. The nutrients which are required by a plant in relatively small quantities for their growth and development, but they are equally important and essential to plant as macronutrients. These are also called as trace, rare, or nano elements. Okay, we must provide to the plant in trace quantities. This include iron, manganese, zinc, copper, boron, molybdenum, chlorine, nickel. Okay, in this, copper, boron, zinc, iron plays a very important roles. Okay, friends, now it is enough to. Okay, in next video we will learn about the macronutrients in detail, and in the macronutrients in detail with its physiological roles and its disorders, some important disorders of each macronutrient in details. Okay, thank you, friends.